Alf, it's your day today, buddy. Today we're talking about trash sports card autos and advancements in CT scanning, even more to worry about? Stick around. Going on, sports card hobby family? It's another day. It's another sports card video. It is holiday season. We are almost to Halloween. We've got our Friday shout outs, and I have got to talk about HalloweenCostumes.com and Fun.com. We've got a promo code down below. Make sure you get in on your Halloween costumes as soon as possible. We're less than 3 weeks away from the big day. Also, ugly Christmas sweaters and all the good stuff over at those sites. Take advantage of the coupon in the video description.
And I can't wait for the holidays. That thing, it actually, too, when you put the mask on, free mask smells like just when you were at Halloween as a kid. I love it. Thanks very much to the Fun.com team for sending me the Alf costume. So cool. Card Capsule, guys, you need supplies. You don't want to pay a fortune for them. 10% off down below. Like I say, in the video description of my pinned comments, it's a bevy of different discounts for hobby stuff, whether it's cases, SlabMags, market movers, PSA promos, all sorts of goodness. So make sure to check it out. JustCollect.com. You have got a collection. You don't know what to do with it. Easy appraisal form on JustCollect.com. Leighton Sheldon and the team will get back to you, let you know what's going on with it. Easy peasy. All right, a lot of talk, and frankly, this has been a couple of years in the making. This is not a brand new topic, but trash autographs. Trash autographs. And there's different layers to this conversation. Of course, we've seen Anthony Richardson, AR-15. I saw some sort, I think it was Pat McAfee, did a video yesterday. Did the Colts permanently replace Anthony Richardson with Joe Flacco? And I read the title of the video. I didn't watch it, but I was just thinking to myself, my God, think about in the hobby how much push and, oh man, AR-15 and, oh man, this, that, or whatever card. Think of the amount of money that has been spent on AR-15 kabooms and prisms and all the stuff, the downtowns. And he has never shown himself to be any sort of elite quarterback. Just because he's flashed some talent here or there, fine, that's one thing, but he barely played last season, and he's struggling like all hell this season. I mean, it's just shocking to me the stuff that the hobby kind of grabs onto. Anthony Richardson would be an obvious one. He wasn't even a good quarterback in college. He was not a good quarterback at UF. And so AR-15, not only do we have this sort of, on the field product from him, but then his autograph, which used to be, a fairly normal autograph, is now just like a tiny A and a tiny R. It's really odd. They give him like the big, kind of the window to sign in, and it's just this little like scribble AR. It's so strange. And this is becoming kind of the norm. I almost wonder this whole this little AR thing, is it because, the company's asked him to sign like 10,000 stickers? And so instead of going, with a huge auto, now players are just like, you know what, I'm going to do this as simply as possible. I'm not saying all players. There's still players that have a great signature and so forth. But maybe some players are like, oh, I have this obligation to this trading card company to sign 1 billion autographs. How am I going to do this? Oh, well, why don't I just make my autograph a symbol? Like it'll be like, before long, athletes will have like the Prince symbol. Remember when Prince changed his name to like a symbol? That's going to be what it is. It's going to be like a picture of a cat or something. That was kind of a pun intended with Alf here, Alf. But maybe it's just going to turn into something like that. I think I saw another one. Maybe it was Lameem James. There was someone that had like an R and a circle around it. I can't remember which athlete it was, but again, just kind of shows that players just starting to not care. Now, if we're arguing kind of on the player side of it, if the companies are starting to ask for 1 billion autographs on these stickers, then maybe they are kind of like, hey, look, this is a ton of autographs. A lot of these players are probably getting paid a couple of bucks. Not all of them are Wembanyama that are probably getting, I don't know how much Wemby gets for an autograph. Maybe it's $1,000, who knows? But the vast majority of players are not getting huge money per autograph. But here's the thing I think to kind of keep in mind is a lot of that new product is being sold. And when you listen to kind of the sales pitch on it, 2 guaranteed autos per box. And you're thinking like, wow, that's a good deal. 2 guaranteed autos. How many videos have you seen of breakers that are opening up these products and it's like, oh, we got an autograph. And it's Spurs. Okay. And then we come up to the card and it's like a G League player for the Spurs. Or it's like Warriors. Oh my God, is it a Steph autograph? Is it a Steph autograph? And it's somebody, you know, it's like a 7th tier player for the Warriors. My point is here is these products are being loaded up with garbage autographs that people don't collect. They're chasing for Wembanyama. They're chasing for LeBron James auto. They're chasing for Steph Curry or whoever the new rookie is, Zion or whoever it was going back a few years, Ja Morant. But the product is stuffed with non-numbered, you know, G League players or whatever. And you can look, you can go the same thing in baseball. I've seen it also in like Bowman, you know, where it's like, who the hell is this guy? You know, it's like AAA player or something. It's across the board. So this isn't just like a basketball thing or just a baseball thing or just a football thing. Like football does this too, you know, where you're like, who? Who is this? But it's 2 guaranteed autographs per hobby box at $1 billion for your hobby box. You know, it's $500 for a hobby box and you get 2 guaranteed autos and everybody's like, okay, autographs. Guys, unless it's a player that you collect, you know, for me, I don't know, you know, if it's Saints, you know, oh, it's Ricky Jackson, it's Willie Roaf, that's pretty cool. But I would just go and buy this on eBay. I would just go buy this on eBay. I wouldn't be in a break or I wouldn't be buying boxes like, oh man, hopefully I get Dalton Hilliard or Bobby Hebert or Reggie Bush or, you know, whoever. Even Drew Brees. That would be, oh, I got a Drew Brees. Guys, Drew Brees has signed about 1 billion cards, and he's still young. He's got a lot more cards to sign. So I'm extremely picky with what I'm buying. So I'm not buying the Saints thinking like, oh man, it's going to be great if I get a Drew Brees sticker auto. That's not exciting for me. It's not. And I know for a lot of collectors, it's like, why? That's just so dumb. Even on these new Wemby Mercury products, we covered this, what was it, yesterday or the day before, but somebody bought a $15,000 card and it is kind of a cool patch, you know, game-worn patch. They've got the date on the back of the card. I gave Topps credit for that part of it where it's like, right on the card, it's like, this patch was from October 25th where he debuted in the game. That part's awesome. The part that's not awesome is the streaky autograph. If you're having your best kind of your product hit, your guy, the guy that's selling the product, to me, there should not be streaky autos in that thing. Make sure the pen is just working. Make sure we got a good pen for it. Let's make sure that it's not streaky. I don't know, you know, how you solve for this. I don't work at a manufacturing company that makes trading cards, but can we not just make sure that it's just a smooth looking auto? A bunch of streaky autographs. I mean, I also collect Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara, if you go back to 2017, a lot of his rookie year autograph stuff, a lot of it's streaky. Tons of streaky autographs. It's really rare to see one of his autographs that's not streaky. You know, so I've got a couple of his autos or whatever, but again, I'm not like trying to collect a bunch of these streaky autographs. We're paying way, way too much money to have streaky autos, to have little AR autos, to have just like a symbol, you know, my signature actually, it's just a picture of of an animal. It's a goat or it's it's a horse or whatever. You know, I mean, it's like starting to get really to a dumb point where I think the manufacturers are just trying to see like everything sells out. So what can we get away with here? And apparently over the last few years, the answer to that question is a lot. A lot, because the hobby still buys into it. Still trying to get these cards. And for a lot of it, it's a head scratcher for me. All right, so that's that for trash autos. Can we not recognize that 2 guaranteed autos probably means 2 guaranteed players of autograph that you've never heard of in most cases? Let's just accept that, okay? Next, my buddy Nick over at Boston Card Hunter, the Sports Card Madness YouTube channel, him and Larry. He sent me over a picture and I think he posted it on IG, but he scanned a Stranger Things box. And I was pretty amazed at how clear the patch was. There's a patch card that's in there, and you can kind of see there's a couple different pictures. Frank, do we have the pictures? But you can plain as day see, okay, this pack or this box has got a patch card in it. Now, some of these patch cards are autos, so that's the part I was talking to him about, like, can you see if it's a patch and an auto? Does that show up clearly, or can you only see that it's a patch card? One thing that I think he was trying to relay is this wasn't done with necessarily like a high-powered CT scanning machine. A lot of people kind of early on in this thing, it was like, yeah, but who's going to buy a $10,000 machine? I think this was done with a kind of more of a basic X-ray machine. And I looked on eBay. Again, I don't know if any of these actually work. I have no idea if you need something that's more high-powered to be able to see in this stuff. I'm a complete novice, just kind of following the whole scanning thing with new products. But I mean, if it's just kind of a regular old X-ray machine that can see it, they're not super expensive brand new on eBay from what I saw. Again, I don't know if you need to have like the Series 10,000, you know, the four-wheel drive version of it. I have no idea, but I just was thinking like, damn, man, considering just how expensive new product is, the fact that there are those out there that are doing this, that can see it, they're out there doing this. We don't know who they are. I don't know if they're going to necessarily volunteer that information, but I have to believe at some point down the road, I don't know if it's going to be 6 months from now, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, something is going to come out on this. There'll probably be some sort of a documentary on it someday. Something's going to come out on the scanning, the x-ray stuff. You know, if you go back to the 80s, 90s, you know, you had Operation Bullpen and you had kind of the sports memorabilia, the autograph fraud type stuff that was going on. And it took a long time for, you know, FBI investigation, and then you have documentaries that come out about it. You better believe that there's going to be some sort of documentary coming out around about this time of the hobby with some of the stuff that we are seeing. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Trash autos, question mark. What are your thoughts on trash autos, or am I completely wrong? CT scanning, what is your thoughts here on this particular picture that I showed as clear as day, really, on what the patch was, a Benny's Burgers patch, and what if you can see the patch autographs and the autographs, which are the big chase cards that happen to be in Stranger Things and other products, of course, as well. But it's not too guaranteed a hobby box. DPZ and I are going to be talking tomorrow, Saturday's episode, about what was it? Exquisite basketball cards that sold for really weird prices, like $15,000, $18,000, $20,000, but they're literally like a couple $1,000, you know, OBO on eBay. Something smells a little bit weird on those, so we'll talk about that in tomorrow's episode. All right, friends, talk to you later. Out. Alf, say goodbye. All right, forget it.